Hi YouTube, welcome to Vlog Sunday. Not much happened this week, so this vlog is going to be mostly about my thoughts on activism. On Friday, I went to the PANAGHIUSA launch and Anakbayan anniversary with Analu. PANAGHIUSA means unity in Cebuano/Bisayan. It was great seeing everyone there. Everyone is always welcoming, and people were just really nice. There was some nice hip-hop rapping going on, I loved it. Word! The skit was really creative and cute and informative. I saw Daniel from LFS and he's still so cute. He's part of League of Filipino Students at San Francisco State University. And I met him a couple of times when ABSV would collab with LFS. So cute! Boy, get in my bed! Just hold me! I had no idea he lived in Orange County, so I'm glad I got to see him and find out that he moved back home down here. So in college at Stanford, AV, one of my really good friends from the Filipino org I was in, helped me explore activism and organizing. But as the years went on, I started to drift from it. I hope I don't get a lot of hate for this video. Don't get me wrong, I'm still dedicated to the cause and dedicated to the fight, but these are just some things that I've been thinking about over the past few years. So I started thinking about why I started drifting from it, and I found that there were 5 main things that I continuously found myself thinking about. Number 1, I've been guilty of this too, but there seems to be a really big anti-white rhetoric. It's not common, and most people don't do it, but in more casual settings, I've noticed that some of my old friends would make anti-white jokes, and I would laugh or even make some of my own. And even though it's just a joke, I still felt really bad about it and ashamed of it. Because it made me feel really hypocritical. I really didn't want to isolate an entire group of people based on the actions of a few people. I felt that wasn't right, and that was stereotyping and generalization. Number 2. There are tons of orgs out there. I can't even keep track of them. It's hard to know which one to join, and it seems that all orgs are screaming for attention, so it makes me wonder, how will anyone get heard? And that's kind of a bad thing for me to think, but I saw that a lot of groups are moving towards unity and solidarity by joining alliances, but it still gives me a headache keeping track of all the acronyms and all of the orgs out there, and their objectives and mission statements and who they're allied with, etc. Number 3, it seems that a lot of orgs are pushing people to go on exposure trips and go outside of the country to the places that they're fighting for. And while I see that that may be right for some and how beneficial that is to see what exactly you're fighting for, I don't think it's realistic or feasible for everyone. For example, me, I can't afford a plane flight. And I know there are fundraisers out there, but I'd always feel bad taking that money from someone else because I'd always feel that someone is more deserving to go on that trip. For instance, my mom hasn't been back to the Philippines in over 20 years, and she's been dying to go back. And if I went, I would just feel bad. Number 4. This is a really lazy and selfish point, but I want things that are more digestible, broken up into smaller, logical pieces. It's easier to present, and I'd feel like we draw more people into our cause. Number 5. This one is purely superficial, and don't get me wrong, I'm not hating on hip-hop or rap artists or people that have been producing this music or activist composers, activist artists of any kind. This is just a personal preference, but I've heard a lot of rap and hip-hop activist music. Now, I'm not a musician myself, so I can't write songs and I can't sing them or rap them, but I like to see people branch out into different genres of music. For example, wouldn't it be cool to have techno or house activist music so I could get my emotion on and my dance on? I could be bumping to that in the club. Thank you for watching. I would really appreciate it if you liked, commented, and subscribed to my channel. I upload vlogs every Sunday. Thanks for watching. Bye.